Hey, Happy. All right, let me get the cats fed. I'm at lunch, and then we'll crack into this thing and see if this little thing's gonna work for me. Well, I spilt their water, but 2 are eating there, 1's eating there, and this one can't stand it. She has to share. Come on, Bimo. It's just water, girl. You can do it. Come on. Come on, Bimo. Good girl. All right, let me get out of their way. Okay, here's what I got. It was under $8. With the employee discount that I get right now, I didn't have to really eat tax, right? So it was like $7.98 or something like that. And then you guys saw I got a salad that was on sale as well. So this is a wireless wall switch with LED puck lights. They're dimmable, and 8 AAA batteries came with it. So basically everything's in here. If this works, you know how it's always dark in here when I first wake up? I'm at least going to have this thing set up in here for us to... Okay, here's what the puck lights look like. Got a little adhesive on the back. Looks like you can touch them on and off too. That'll be nice. Here's the switch. It has on, off, and these are the dimmers. Again, it's got adhesive. I might have to get some something better, because this fan doesn't do well with adhesive stuff. When it gets really hot, this stuff just lets go. I've had many things that I've done. All right, that's what it is. These 3 items. Supposedly the batteries are included. I thought that's what I read. Let's see. They are included. Just got to pull a little safety tab thing out. Oops. All right, so gotta hurry because I'm at lunch and I like to eat that salad. Okay, this is hooked up, so we'll slide it back on. It's all hooked up because it lights up. Because that light that I have over there is great, but it's like super bright and there's no remote or anything. I have to pull it off, and when you first hit it, it does that light and then turns off, but then it has a blinking light and all these other cycles you have to go through. All right, let's see. Twist to open and close. So twist, open. There's the lights. I've had some like these before in a storage unit that I used to have. There we go. That's pretty bright. These ones are going to be over my bed area for right now. If it works really good, I might get another set so I can have a light switch on that wall right there. So when I slide this door open, I can turn this living space one. But for right now, I think I want these 2 in here. So, all right, that one works too. Okay. Because depending on which way the van is slanted, I actually don't sleep on a specific side of the bed. So, no, I almost want to put it on my wood spot that I have up here. I feel like that'll work pretty good. I think that's what I'm going to do for right now. If it'll adhere on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release, and it fell right off. So no. All right. Do you think it'll stick to the sound dampening stuff I have? I mean, I could go sideways. How is it going to go sideways? That's not bad, I guess. I feel like I'd blind myself, though. Maybe we could do it this way. I'm going to try it this way. Seemed like it liked it better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Everybody's pushing on me now. Okay. And then That's where my TV is. Let me see what I can do real quick. Ow. Should I leave that in the video? Huh? All right, those are on. And then, let's see. What are you doing? Waddles. Like the whole family's up here, boy. Okay. All right. All right, now let's try them. All right, this is what it's like with nothing but the light coming in my side door over there. Gonna hit the switch. That's both lights coming on. Basically, I have them underneath, so one there and one there. So I think that's gonna work. I'll figure out where to mount this light switch in a second. Okay, I've got them mounted. Right now I put the dimmer, you can't really see it, but I'm trying to wait right here. It's basically on the base behind my TV holder. So this is it fully dimmed, then I can go up, 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 all the way. Like I said, that's under $8, takes 8 AAA batteries. I'm just going to grab a block of AAA batteries soon because I've got a couple other things in the front of the van that take AAAs, so that won't be bad. Got my salad that you can actually see this time. I'm going to eat this whole big salad before I get back to work. All right. I've been wanting a way to control stuff with either a remote was what I was looking for, but I was like, yeah, if I could wire in a switch, that'd be great. This is a nice, at least temporary fix, because now in my bed, if I think I hear something, like the cat still make noises and I can't see, I can literally just hit the button, lights come on, it gives me enough light in here to see. If I need to dim it so I'm not calling too much attention to myself, I can now. And I think I will get another one soon, maybe next payday. I know it's not a lot of money, but I want to be careful. And I'll put one basically on the inside of the sliding door here and mount those in the living space area right there. And that way, when I first come in at night, I have a button I can push to light this stuff up. The problem is I'll have to turn it off from there as well. But all right, I'm very happy with this purchase. Nice that this 10% off employee discount worked for me too, so kudos. See you in the morning. Or it's morning now. See you when the sun's out. How about that? All right, everyone. I am off from work. Back in the van. Drove over by that Home Depot area again. We blend in really easy over there. There's so many Chevy Express white vans over there and things like that. Had a pretty decent day at work. That nerve is still pinching on me, but had a pretty decent day at work. I'm pretty sure the manager, I know he doesn't like me, but I don't think he knows why he doesn't like me. But nothing I can do about that. I think the odd thing about jobs like this is, look, I'm in my 50s, so what kind of assumption are you making that all I did was a job like this for the last 50 years? Like, I'm not an idiot. I've done a lot of these kind of gigs before. I used to be pretty high level banker. I've had a lot of management training. I've had a lot of sales training. I worked for Walmart back in the 90s when, quite frankly, it seemed like that might have been, as far as employees having pride in their job and a company having more invested in their people was a bigger thing. I feel like now Walmart is just doing well because they get the lowest prices. Product knowledge isn't there. The want to help customers isn't there, and that starts at the top down. And this manager here, he He doesn't know how to talk to people. And I can work with just about anybody, but he doesn't know how to talk to people. Apparently, he's only been there. He hasn't even been there a full year yet, apparently. But he, a lot of the people that were leads and things like that there have already jumped ship and gone to other places. And the reason apparently that and it shouldn't affect mine as much, but the reason why hours are being cut and everything is they just blew their budget. And I don't understand how. They actually had, for a good chunk of the time, I was going back and look at their numbers, they actually had better sales than previous years. That means you're spending more now than you did last year on what? Like, you know, the remodel's not part of your thing. So I don't know. This is just me ranting, but I come in and I do my work and I work solid and straight. You won't catch me outside of taking my breaks. You won't catch me leaning or anything else. You can watch the cameras and everything else. You will always see me working. That's just the kind of person I am. I'm more bored and complacent if I'm not doing something than I am if I'm working. Time goes by for me if I'm working. If I'm sitting there, I'm trying to hide or, you know, sit down, whatever, that just makes time drag for me. And I just want to be in and out. Now I get there on time or early. I take my breaks and I don't overstay my breaks, and I leave on time or a little after. But look, I'm part-time. I'm trying to get this glare out. I'm not an overtime king. A lot of these guys, they will milk overtime. Don't get me wrong. I understand why they do it, but they're not working any harder than I am. They're just staying longer, and they don't mind staying longer. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, you know, I'm going to stay about another 20 minutes and get this overtime, and they'll go in the back and they'll sit or something like that. And that's fine. You know, I don't tell anybody how to do what they do if management doesn't want to call them out on it. But if you're blowing all your money, and I'm part-time, which means I'm not getting time and a half overtime like these other folks, there's something wrong in the kitchen. You know what I mean? But a paycheck's a paycheck, and I'm appreciative of a paycheck. I'm just saying, I know that management here is not my biggest fan. Now the team leads and the people I work with, fantastic. You don't have to worry about checking up on them, things like that. That's great. Apparently, this guy is like a micromanaged type personality where he can't really say a lot of nice things about anything. And what he only comes in the last hour of my shift, right? By the last hour, I've pretty much done everything that we can do. We're in cleanup mode and everything else in the last hour. And the way things are staggered, I take my last break about 45 minutes before it's time for me to get out of there. So I know at one point he asked my boss, he's like, why is he sitting in the break room? And he's like, well, same reason everyone else is in the break room. He's on his break. But you could tell it just didn't sit right with him. Now everyone else takes their break, but they take it slightly earlier, but they take their lunches earlier too. The way I have to do stuff is I have to do stuff after some of these people vacate an area. So when they go on lunch is when I get stuff done, and when they come back from lunch is when I go to lunch. I'm getting the work done, but it's one of those things like if you don't come and confront me with it, there's nothing I can do but go, oh, clearly this guy's not my biggest fan, and he thinks something. I think he thinks that I don't work, and I think that's really sad, because if he has cameras and everything else, he can sit and watch and see that I work. But because he comes in that last hour, and if you say hi to him, he just gives you something to do, which is fine. But I'll be like, you know, hey, how's it going? Hey, that stuff over there is, you know, piled up. Go fix that. Sure. I'm fine. Thank you. You know what I mean? It's just one of those kind of people. But this is a labor job. I come in and do my gig. And I feel like my manager, my boss or whatever, he tries to keep that guy off of us. It's sad that this guy has an entire store that he runs. And look, if you blew your budget, you're not running the store that well, and you're new to running this store. It's kind of crazy. Word is he gives the overtime to the day shift. I don't know if that's true or not, but it is pretty crazy, because I don't work with the overnight stalkers. With the overnight stalkers, you know, they're the ones that have to pull all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they're the ones and they have some kind of quota system nowadays, so they got to get so much stuff done. Because like when it's time for me to leave, I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I was like, you guys aren't leaving? It's like, we can't leave till the pallet's cleared. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, interesting. But you can't get, like, don't get mad that I leave on time, which I feel like is part of it. Because today when I left right on time, clocked out. Everything I need to get done is done. I cleaned and maintenance everything. I'm headed out the door. He looks up at me, and then he looks at his watch and looks back at me. And I look at him and wave goodbye because, yes, you checked your watch, and yes, I'm leaving on time. You guys, you're already telling people that for the people that get overtime, it's like, look, if you're over your time by the last day of the schedule, right now we're going to just send you home by that many hours early. So then, in my opinion, why is me leaving on time after getting everything done? Like, there's nothing else for me to do. My stuff doesn't overlap. It's a weird thing to explain, but why make this big fuss to kind of make it look like, hey, you know, I see that you're leaving. Let me check my watch. It's like, yes, I'm leaving on time, which means I didn't do your overtime, which means I'm helping your budget if you really think about it. Oh, it's a long rant. I don't know if I'll post this one in the video or not, but long story short, I had a great day. It was very productive. I got a lot of stuff done throughout the store. I learned a lot of new things. Everyone's happy with me. I told my boss, hey, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my thing. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I told them to add you on. And I said, yeah, they added me to the schedule, and then someone went back and pulled the hours back off. He basically said, hey, you know what? I can't give you 4 days, but I can definitely give you 3, because 2 of the days that you're not scheduled for it, we have you scheduled, is when I need you, because you're the only one that can do the job when the other guy's not there. So he told me to just come in on Wednesday and Thursday next week. So I'm already scheduled for Saturday, which isn't my usual day for them, but I said, you want me to keep Saturday? He said, yeah, keep Saturday. I'll give you 3 days. Said, okay, cool. So changes up my schedule, but hey, I live in a van. I don't have a whole lot of commitments. My cats are here. We can make it work. I'm going to chill while the weather's cool, let the solar get charged without me having to run anything, and I'll catch up with you when I wake back up. Well, hello everyone. I had a little bit of sleep, but it got really hot really early today. It is pretty unbearable out there. It's only around 90 outside, but there's no breeze. Full sun. The van is basically hot to the touch. The air conditioner, I got to keep it moderate, so it's keeping me cool enough, but the solar's struggling. We're at 73% now. I don't know if it's just overcast outside. It doesn't seem like it is, but we're not losing juice fast, and you know, we're in the happy spot again, but it is I don't want to go down too much more percent. I'm hoping we can stay above 60% by nightfall. And then by nightfall, I'm going to shut it down, hit a shady spot, crack the doors and all that, and wait till it's time to shower and go to work. I believe I said earlier that my schedule's a little mixed up right now, but I work tonight, I'm off tomorrow, and then I work that next day, and then I am off for 3 days before I have to come back. Which, if the weather was like it was yesterday, I was kind of looking forward to it. I need the money, but if the weather's like it is today, which it looks like it's going to be, but we're cool enough. Cats are fine. I'm fine. That's the update. Good evening, everyone. It's cooled down outside. Still got the fan running in here. About to go inside and start my work. Took a shower at Planet Fitness. Played with the cats. Grable. Waddles. Everyone else is hiding, I guess. Enjoying these lights. So, about 10 more minutes and I'll go inside. I need to charge my phone anyway. That's the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. #Vanlife.